Agyapong has talked about if he's president, does he want to be president?
I don't.
You don't want to be president?
I don't.
There are wild rumors that you might be running for the MPP's flag bearers.
I have said that you don't need to be president to effect change in people's lives.
Esi ade wofa Ghana afana nyina Kennedy akompreku Agyapong honorable ono na NPP for omobo ne din ene Ghana for tememfo no bebre na no omu so fre ne se sane no mekọ ne de Kennedy akompreku Agyapong honorable ono pe ena obetumi abaje Ghana for efri nkwasom a ladies and gentlemen yekomu na Kennedy akompreku Agyapong one Paul Adom Otchere crucial interview bi a akoso no we die e wo se wutie nsem a Kennedy akompreku Agyapong or the two. Now, when him say Kennedy akompreku Agyapong, there is no way a obeko interviewer nimpa mienu omudi MPM. Metre Ahmed Suale, Anas, Aremeyaw Anas, ne weka. Ena afi, JB Danquah, late former MP for Ebuakwa North. Yabeko sa nsemono into details. Na Kennedy akompreku Agyapong okopie Paul Adom Otchere ni show so na eno no me CDP ladies and gentlemen Paul Adom Otchere questions are or the pimpim Kennedy Agyapong no na Kennedy di afa na Paul say David Ken tobo mame Ken so say Adom tobo so tobo mame my people ni na say Kennedy Agyapong mu ina monitor say or the abeto Ghana for any NPP for nim say or per se obey president of Ghana na eno na Paul Adom Otchere obi say Kennedy Sesi den pa na wankasa no wotena asedwen ho anwu se eye Ghana for ha wonti a agye wo pe ne obi a wo betumi ebeyi Ghana for efi nkwaso mu my people Kennedy akompreku Agyapong Otchere ne nsemu say
why do you now want to be president? Why?
Okay, the answer is simple, and what I'll say, I'll quote the Bible where it says there are times and seasons. I have always thought that I could effect change in people's life without necessarily being president. But I've come to realize that especially with the COVID and Russia-Ukraine war, I feel whatever pragmatic approach I have towards development, I should only be president so that my vision will come through and I'll be able to change the fortunes of this country. I have tried it in business fields. I employ a lot of people, but still there are many young men and women, I'll call the youth, that are not working, which clearly indicates to me that being only a businessman, I cannot help this youth enough. But indeed, if I'm president, where I can express my vision, my views to everybody, and bring the whole country together to move this country, I believe there will be a great impact where young men and women will complete school and they will have jobs. So I said to myself, look, I've taken time when I was watching whatever played over. I said that it was too early because President Akufo-Addo had just been sworn in and people were taking sides. That I want to be this, I want to be that. I wanted to help the government to be stabilized before I will come out and make any decision or whatever. But indeed, I wasn't interested. But now, I'm interested because I've seen that Ghana, successive governments have done their part. When it comes to education, for instance, you see that most of our educational structures or whatever we put in place are just theory. We need abstract thinkers. We need pragmatic solutions to our problems. So when it comes to polytechnic, when I was traveling to America, for instance, when I was going, we had polytechnics in this country. I came back and almost all the polytechnics have been turned into universities. That is a gap where you don't have the middle class technicians who can support engineers to build. Everybody calls himself engineer and sitting in the office. Whereas the base, in Germany, for instance, when you go, they call it Fachhochschule. They train these artisans and they take over every installations. As an employer, I've come to realize that most of the graduates coming out of college are doing or come out with liberal arts, human resource, accounting,
Finance.
management, finance. When it comes to engineering, IT, you have very few people coming out with.
What you are saying is resonating with what the education minister is saying.
Yes.
He's been talking about engineering a lot, Dr. Educhum.
Yeah, STEM.
Yes, he's been talking about
Science,
a lot.
Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
Yes,
Especially with engineering and technology, we are lacking.
and maybe mathematics.
Yes. Maths, it
Okay,
is
so-
very
so-
easy
So,
to...
Honorable, you are asking for a structural change to our system,
Precisely.
and you have to be president to do that.
Yes. Because I've been a member of parliament for 23 years. I've served on several committees and I've made several suggestions how to change our economy. And I believe that when we use pragmatic approach, instead of reciting from chapter 1 to the end of the textbook and nothing comes out of it, we should do this, we should do that. I've made several suggestions. And because I don't hold any position, an ordinary member of parliament,
It didn't go anywhere.
yeah, it didn't go anywhere. They choose to accept it or not.
Who is the they?
I mean, the executives.
The president and his team.
No, not the president. President seldom come to parliament to engage, with the exception of State of the Nation,
You mean the ministers?
with the ministers. From Kwashiga's time, I suggested that I and my partner went to Holland with yam. We experimented it, and they realized that the starch content in yam is the same as the one in potatoes. So if they store potatoes for 8 months, they can store yam for 8 months. And ever since I went to, but my first committee was a great committee. So I suggested this, that look, minister, this is what we can do. One of my business is storage facilities. I keep telling them that, look, why is it that Ghana imports fish to the tune of $240 million a year, whilst we have the same sea as Mauritania? Simple. The technology is simple, but we have ignored it. The technology is that you build a coastal with the blast freeze machines. What I mean by blast freeze is a lower temperature, very cold, at minus 40 degrees. When you catch the fish, you first store it in the blast freeze at minus 40 degrees. Then 24 hours, you move it into the cold room, minus 10. That meets international standards so that you can export. But my brother, when you look at our coastline, these fishermen, they don't have any cold stores with blast freeze machines that when they catch the fresh fish, they can store them. I introduced this, I said this several times. And one of the agric guys at the ministry suggested that, oh, we can smoke the fish. I said, Jesus Christ, these are the guys who are leading this nation.
Smoke fish? But
Yes.
if you're exporting, you need millions of pieces. Are you going to smoke all of them?
Yeah, you know, but that was the answer that he gave me. I was shocked. I said, wow, we have a problem in this country. I had just come from America, so I didn't understand them. How can you smoke fish and go and import fresh fish into this country? All these suggestions have been made. Another example is tourism. I dared tourism to give me or sell one of the castles to me and let me show them how
How
you
to
can
do
make
it? Yeah.
money
Tourism
out of
from
it.
the castles are deplorable.
Right.
But they are very good historical.
Yeah, that we can make a lot of money.
Why didn't they give you one? Cape Coast, Elmina, Shama.
Well, you know, I don't know. I cannot speak to that.
So your decision to be president is also as a result of a bit of frustration of
Besi-
getting things done.
Yeah, getting things done in this country. And that is
But,
why...
but Kennedy, where you sit, I mean, you're a very powerful person. You're number 2 to akufo-addo's man, and you can't get things done. It may well be that maybe the things you want done are not as simple as you look at it.
You see, there is nothing simple in the world. You need to challenge yourself. And anything that you put your mind to it, you'll be able to do it. That is what I want to inculcate into the youth of this country. That sky is the limit, and therefore they should dream big. No myopic thinkers. Let's challenge ourselves. What any white man has done on earth, a black man can do it too. We've been in classrooms with white men. They were not extraordinary. But when they come out of college, because of their commitment to work, anything that they give them, they get involved, they religiously get involved and do it and get it done. But unfortunately, the black people, I don't know if it's inferiority complex or whatever, we are not able to, do things for us to compete with the white people. So I think where I am today, look, I don't want to die with my vision. And the only way to let Ghanaians know that a black man, a Ghanaian, can also do it is to vie for this presidency. And I stand for three things: patriotism, honesty, and discipline.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, now no end up while Adom Otchere business Kennedy. Name say Ghana ha. Ya kano Mr. No Nonsense Man party I wona wudi kan. Yes, and send you how want to so. Na fane say me Paul Adom Otchere sane woni miti a ye hwibom yi. What you say? Na se contract bi me dia ba. Oh, na ken wo so won saba kakakre wo mu a. Kennedy Agyapong. Wo ba penese say chenchena e wo say eno no contract no ye do mu suko hwehwe mu se fibie ni hu. Na eno na Kennedy Agyapong say Paul. Me ma wanu nsi. So what try sa ade na? Then I'm afraid you will be jailed.
Will you make more money as president?
At this point in my life, I don't need to make money. I want to make a difference in society. I've said it before, I'm saying it again, that if I'm elected as president, the presidential salary and whatever money I'm going to make, I'll put it in an escrow and set up a presidential scholarship and touch every constituency with my salary. Every constituency, a child will be given scholarship to go to university.
On the president's salary?
On the president's
275 constituencies?
Yes.
You won't finish that. 12, how many, 4 years, how many months?
Let me tell you.
12 times 4,
let
48?
Let me tell you. If I make 100,000
cedis per month.
Hypothetically.
On all your everything.
Right, on all everything. 100,000. In 12 months, it's 1.2 million. 1.2 million, 275 constituencies. Every child will get 3,000. Do your calculation.
Yeah, you can do that. That way.
Yeah.
That works.
So 275 constituencies. I'll give 3,000 cedis.
Will you be interested in government contracts? Will you, if I come to you, you are president, I say, I come, Kennedy, the Ministry of Communication is doing a big 5G project. I have some partners. Can you talk to the minister for me? Will you do that?
You see, you have to put your documents,
I'll show
your
you
proposals,
that I have partners from Sweden and all that. Please tell the minister that they should favor Paul Adom Otchere for this contract. Will you do that?
You see, your partnership with Swedish doesn't intimidate me.
I know.
You should prove that you're competent to do the job.
Well, but if I have partners who can do it.
What I will do is introducing you to the minister, but not push or force the minister to give you the contract.
No, but that's all I need. Don't push. Just tell the minister. Just say that the minister will please have a look at. That's all I need.
Yeah, just look at that. Is
that corruption?
No, that is not corruption.
Really? But
no.
I'm taking my advantage of knowing you and coming to you as president.
If you do anything wrong, contrary to whatever your proposal is, you go to jail.
You tell the Attorney General to work on me.
Yeah.
So if I come to you in that place, I say, oh, but Kennedy,
I'm afraid. I'm afraid you go to jail.
Really?
Yes.
So no favor for anyone?
Don't vote for me. You go to jail.
No favor for anyone?
No favor. I will jail you.
You can't do president like that in Africa.
Why not? Let me give you an example. You see, you sit here as a black man with
is it Donald Trump's problem? Every day he was sacking somebody.
Hold on. This morning, Tennessee.
In America.
Right, in America. 3 fire officers were fired just for late response. Late.
Oh, I see.
3. They've been fired.
Yes.
What has a fire officer got to do with the murder by police officers?
But it's a late arrival.
Precisely. That is how the system...
That's discipline.
Discipline. That's how systems work. Ghanaians, that is why I'm saying that change needs us. Change needs us. Because everything happening in this country clearly indicates that we are indisciplined. These same Ghanaians, when they travel abroad and working, and the systems are working, they follow the systems. These same workers sometimes become the best workers.
Yeah, so it's for you, the political leader, to change the system.
Yes, of course.
It's not the people, it's the system.
It's the system.
Led by the leader.
Yes.
Okay. So you are promising us that you're going to show us that this is the system you are bringing, everybody must fall in line.
Yeah, we have to.
Okay.
And it has been experimented elsewhere. Like example that I'm giving you, that 3 fire officers who were late were just fired.
We are Simobia one a master. Paul Adom Otchere one a master. South na Agyapong also one a master. Ladies and gentlemen. Nano eda message na Paul Adom Otchere ankasa no mi hua dia John Mahama dia ye no. Nano na John Mahama ni di bepie mu na Agyapong Otchere mu se ono hu videos bi se John Mahama ai oye interview se still na no opese osan bedi Ghana for so biodia na John Mahama no ho ya nesere. Because sa 4 years ya John Mahama ai odi ahye ne tumi so opese obeso Ghana for no obeden John Mahama one thing pe na oba because of Ghanaians obekum na wasel.
If Ghanaians were voting, why should John Mahama not be an option?
The fear of John Mahama coming to power is that one, John Mahama has not proven himself to be a good leader because he failed this country. So giving him another opportunity, like when when he went out of power, he was going around now telling people that he has learned his lesson. This man, from his track record, he needs only 1 term, 4 years. Even when he knew that if he manages the economy well, he will have another term opportunity, that he could not even do it. Now that he has only 1 term, God knows what this man is coming to do, if it is not greed. So I'm scared for Ghanaians that alternative is not good for us, especially this message goes to MPP, that the alternative is not good for Ghana. And therefore, we have to be careful. And whatever decision we are going to take, we'll make sure we think of the country first. There are challenges, not might. There are challenges.
If the MDC didn't have John Mahama, but had another candidate, it could be anyone, Spill Gabrad, Dr. Dufour, Guzitan, or Kwesi Ahoy, would it make a difference?
Yeah, they stand a better chance than Mahama.
They stand a better chance with an unknown candidate.
Yes.
Who has not been president before.
Yes.
With President Mahama.
Yes.
In the minds of ordinary people.
Yeah.
Will people not be so frustrated with MPP and say that to hell with these people, just anybody at all, anyone at all? So then John Mahama gets a collateral benefit from that.
Yeah, you are on point. It's very, very true. That is why I'm cautioning my party people that, well, we have 2 years to make a difference again in society in terms of development. If we are able to do it, I think Ghanaians will give us another chance.
John Mahama and also the waje share no my people. Na afi yenko crucial interview na nkasa. Wobakaya 9th February 2016. Ena MP for Ibuakwa North, Metre Joseph Boache Danquah. Onono or you related to your current president, which is Nanado Danquah akufo-addo. Ena anajusumu my people. A man for be to share no soa or movie in from. Na no ena report bia eba around Agyapong mu say Agyapong allegedly na ho bon sa incident ni mu ena moba kai so a Anas aremeyaw Anas my people na worker baako sa famous expose a ekọ so Kwesi Nyantechi ne dey ebeto obi say Ahmed Suale no ono na odi mwetinteman ena ono so no fofi antoata 16th January 2019 ono so no amanfo bi ekobo no tuo ewo bra wapon free dwuma okofie my people na no ena because of Kennedy akompre ko Agyapong ono ankasa ne nsem bi a okan ye fa Ahmed Suale ene afi JB Danquah ni incident nsem bi a Kennedy ono so kan ye no Paul Adom Otchere enye small questions na ekoso ho enye small questions Paul defa Paul o say 10 I put it to you ena kan so tobo won't me put it to me sir nya abotre na me church nsem na mu afi de ken say wo de sanyame ya na dom na obe president a ono ankasa be make sure say obe bring a finality to science and some my people Kennedy are emotional
Well, you tell me. You brought the question up.
Well, Ahmed Suale is a journalist we know. I never met him. He works for Tiger Eye.
Right.
He's an investigative journalist, undercover investigative journalist. It is reported that you, Kennedy Agyapong, put out Ahmed Suale's photographs to the world and even threatened that you will attack him if you found him.
You see,
weeks later, Ahmed Suale was killed by gunmen.
You see,
up till today, the police is yet to find out who killed the famous journalist.
You see, you are a seasoned journalist. So please kindly don't distort information.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, he said within 2 weeks.
No, within weeks.
Within weeks.
Of
Check how many weeks.
I don't know.
Good. Please find out.
Okay.
And 2, don't say that Ahmed Suale was undercover journalist.
Wasn't he?
No, it means you don't even have analysis videos.
I've seen them.
Yeah. Did you see Ahmed Suale's face covered?
I don't know him, but which role did he play?
Right. Ahmed Suale was the one who was actually sitting by this fake attorney guy.
Oh, the interpreter of sorts.
Right. He sits there.
Oh, yeah, I know him. He's not that
Yes.
tall.
No. Yeah.
Oh, that's Suale.
That's Suale. Did you see his face
No,
covered?
his face was there.
No.
I saw him.
So don't use that word.
But if his face was not covered, why did you find the need to show his photograph?
Because most of the Ghanaians didn't know him.
So why were you showing it to them?
I was showing it because if a man comes to you and say that, take this, it's a gift. Let's use Kwesi Nyantakyi, for example. Kwesi Nyantakyi was invited 3 consecutive times to Dubai. The first one, he went with the Liberian president.
Oh, George Weah.
Yes.
Oh, you're serious?
Yes, they stayed in a hotel. Anas and his group did not show up. Kwesi Nyantakyi threatens to sue them.
Are you? I'm getting confused.
Yes.
Kwesi Nyantakyi went to Dubai on their invitation about the sponsorship of the league.
Yes.
Okay.
He went there with Opongwea.
What was Opongwea doing there?
Well, he was contesting.
For presidency.
Right.
So what was he doing there?
They are going there thinking, well, the way they portray Sheikh Atani and the rest.
He has money.
Yeah, he has money. So Kwesi went with him.
To raise funding for George Weah.
Right. And he didn't show up.
Did he show up at all?
No. So he was threatening to go and sue them. That was the first time Anas introduced himself, pleading with Kwesi Nyantakyi.
Oh.
That oh, yeah.
Himself as Anas.
Yes. That oh.
So Kwesi saw him.
Yeah.
And they spoke.
Yeah, so this is, my boys, this and that, I'm sorry, they're going to aid. So you saw the video that they were sitting there. Anas was not there. Ahmed Suale was there. So to show his face, and let me clear this air. When I showed the video on Net 2, my workers came to the studio and told me, Honorable, they asked the question, don't you know this guy? I said, no. I said, oh, but he was one of the guys you paid his school fees. I said, I don't remember. Because I always pay people's school fees. He said, he came here, he said he was going to university, you gave him 1,500. I said, I don't remember. And he said, oh, he has been coming here. And I said, please, he's very dangerous. Don't allow him to come here. He will set us up. So when he comes, beat him up, throw him out of the place.
Beat him up.
Yes, this is what I said. I will not lie to you.
But that's not a bad word. Like, that's not a good word, sorry.
Right. But you see, judges who have died, judges who have been sacked from their job, custom officers with Anas style, I have a problem with that. Because it's complete entrapment.
Oh, those judges who, yeah.
Yes, complete entrapment. So to show somebody's face and say that you are coming to trap me, and you are using that word fairness, is he also fair to all those people?
But then he was murdered, which is also very bad.
You see, Ghana media, with all due respect to you, you also have a problem. The problem is when an incident happens like this, you sensationalize it, and attention is taken away from the culprit. First of all, let me ask a few questions. Security-wise, I ask, at what time did Anas hear that Ahmed Suale has been murdered? At what time did Anas put on social media that Ahmed Suale has been murdered? Had he visited Ahmed Suale's family even to see the dead body? At what time did Anas get the chance to call to call the Atlanta, Georgia senator and complain that I have killed. You see, all these questions I'm asking, journalists did not even listen because that time you perceived Anas as thank God and therefore you didn't give anybody benefit of the doubt.
But what's the significance of these questions you're asking?
The significance of these questions is that if you are doing investigations, go and watch ID. Family, husband and wife. If they come and the wife is murdered, the first suspect is the husband. If a husband is murdered, the first suspect is the wife. Okay? Then they begin to extend it to the close associates. All these things were not done. And because I showed his pictures, you are accusing me. Get it straight. You don't know. Now let me tell you. Anas reported me to U.S. government. When I got to Houston, they stopped me for about 7 hours. Okay? They did their investigation, everything. They said, go. Okay? Now, I believe in police. Here. Competent police. All these investigations that they've done, nothing pointed to Agyapong. Are you saying they are not competent? What I would do if I'm president, I will encourage the police, the security agencies to go and investigate it to the bottom, to get the actual culprit.
But you are suspicious that Anas himself may be part of it?
Yeah, because of his reaction. Because he didn't show remorse, anything. Somebody, your I don't know the
confident
word. I wouldn't say confident. I wouldn't say that. But you let me reserve the word.
It's a very touchy and emotional issue. So let's let's move on. Let's move on to the gossip part. Or shall I take some text message from you? Oh, you have something to say. It looks like you want to add something to this Suale conversation. I'm ending it here.
No, I wanted to tell you that if I'm elected today, whether the case is dead or not, I will bring it back again.
So that we can find the murder.
Yes, so that we can find it.
Whilst because of the last thing you said, I need to extend this conversation because another matter in which your name is also mentioned, I don't know whether it's related, I think it's unrelated, is JB Danquah's murder. There again, they have said that you were the first person to arrive there.
Who was the first person to arrive there? What about the police? When I went there, I saw the wife's sister,
yes,
who was my clerk. The communications committee.
From Parliament, yes.
I saw police officers there in the house. I saw JB's brother also there. There are 3 police officers who always patrol around my area in East Legon. First call, around 4:30 a.m., I was complaining, at this hour, who is calling me? Apparently, he was on the line. Then he said, oh, Honorable, one of your colleagues has been murdered. I'm saying, who? Then he said, JB. So I asked, where does he live? Then he gave me direction.
Oh, he didn't know where he lives?
No, I didn't know. So they gave me direction to the place.
Oh, that's how you showed up there?
Yes. Yeah, they gave me direction. My wife is a witness. I was there with them when they called me. And the police officers are still here. You know, so how come? And first of all, JB was not a close friend, but we are colleagues in Parliament. I had nothing against him. So what will happen? Why will I do such a thing? And let me tell you, I have that human touch. I don't have time to go and kill human beings. What would I gain from that? What would I gain, my brother? How long
so as president, we demand from you resolution of 2 murders. You say that you're going to resolve Ahmed Suale's murder,
yes,
and JB Danquah's murder.
Yes.
You resolve it as president.
Yes.
What power will you have to do it?
You see, the problem is, if the president shows interest, the police will work, and I will show interest. I will show interest because it's me that have been accused. So it's important to exonerate myself, come out with the truth. That is all.
Agyapong and I was saying, can reason why India or per se obey president or Chirema Ghana. Ye leaders in an ombo into no pragmatic leadership. Now no Agyapong or no pet ni obi a obi to me agent. And afi ono Ghana for he katase share ne sa proye ekoso no Ghana for mangasa muni mo no kene Japan track record Mr. No Nonsense Man if you are nigga kwa no ma no hu ni smoothness level nan kantam wa wo beku wiska e wo Ghana kchieke saade no ensi so e wo ne time na no na wasan so a kire mu say Ghana for John Mahama ai improba bi a ogbo bia no mo forget no because John Mahama obekum na wasen ase no bones na e kae no obanyam na no de ode adane powder na ode asra. Ladies and gentlemen, Neno Emma Ahmed Suale, Anas Arameyaw Anas, ne worker na my people, I ping echo so na unkanti asifo hu bi ono or no so kene Agyapong wakasa fa ho ena afi JB Danquah ai won kai krampo no obi a no allegedly say ono ka ho momodi say tintiman no ye sexy the don wakai sa edie no my people eno ena kene say so obedi president a saa no nkrofo mienu omuwo no obehwehwem ekodu ase my people share adwuma me comment section wanna share video we na afoforo so inside kebi midi the black sage aha air trans gh what they na what they asem story no ye domo suko do fe what you say makram